Week 12, Thomas.
What's up, fellas?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. I want to introduce the sponsor this week. 12 weeks. It's the short can week. Time to pound. Margin for error is slim. So we got the small cans. And it's time to get to work. Ryan, I'd like to introduce our guest this week.
He's never been here before, and every time I've asked him, he's told me no. So we got Thomas to call him up this week, and for some fucking reason, he said yes.
And he's been in the league from the get-go. I believe he was my Super Bowl pick at the draft. I'd like to introduce Slappin'.
Slappin' Sleeps in the house.
Woo! Get yourself a 12-pack, young man. What's going on, guys? Not much.
It's good to have you, man.
Great to be here.
My first question is, over the years, and you're a 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is your 12th year in the league, isn't it?
Original team.
Original team.
Yep.
So my first question to you would be, over the 12 years, you've been bashed out a lot.
Yeah.
Are you cool with that, or do you want to retaliate right now?
Nah, man. I mean, I've always gone against the grain as far as drafting. This is a running back first, league everybody takes. So, I've always taken the top QB first pick and just, rolled the dice with it, and that's just how I do things.
I would say, my first question to you is, I know how gratified I feel because I always rank you so high every year, and see you once again in the playoff race. How does it feel knowing that I'm one of your biggest fans and supporters year in and year out?
Actually, are you, Tommy?
Hell yeah. Original team, I root for all you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you did pick me 8th though after the draft.
That was rare.
But that was like
That's rare.
that's. But it's happened before, and I want to say like every time you do pick me last, like I kind of make it. It kind of gives me But it's been a great 12 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it has.
This is a fun league.
It's gone by quick.
It's a fun league, man.
Yeah.
I like playing with all the guys in here. Most of these guys have been here just as long too, haven't they?
Just about.
Yeah, so everybody knows everybody. It's a fun league. Just keep the party going.
Look, guys, I want to put this out here now. Some of you guys are getting close on ad drops. I didn't put it out last week. I'm going to put it out this Sunday, right before the 1 o'clock games. Thomas, let's break into week 12.
All right, so the first matchup we got here, we got the 7-4 Bulldogs versus the 7-4 Thug Nasty. All-time series is 6-5 in favor of Thug Nasty. The projections right now, I know they're not set for what they'll probably look like at the end, but it's a 4-point swing in favor of Bulldog. I think it's going to be a very close game. Both teams are playoff teams year in and year out. Thug's got the championship pedigree. I'm going to take Thug to win here by 5.
All right, my first game, and I got a question for you, Thomas. Correct me if I'm wrong. When we had Foreskins in, was he 6-0?
I believe he was.
He is now 6-5.
Didn't I give him his first
Nah, I think
loss?
he's like, you might have. And he might have said on the show his first loss probably would come to you.
Yeah,
I think
I think he
somebody
did.
did first loss, or was it Cooley? One of them.
It might have
Somebody
been. Yeah, I know. I think you beat
It was somebody.
them.
Anyway, I haven't really checked the stats out today, but he must be in danger of actually not making it at this point.
Shit happens. It's a long season.
All right, I got the 6-5 Foreskins at the 5-6 White Lightning Black Hammer. This series is tied. I'm going to take White Lightning Black Hammer here by 10.
By the way, that team has really come back.
They have, but they're still on the border as well.
Well, before we continue to go on, I know the playoffs isn't until 3 weeks. It's playoff week. There are so many teams playing for a spot right now. If you want to be in the playoffs, you better go on a run. And I can guarantee you somebody's going to win 5 to 6 games in a row and get their name on that board. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
The next game on the board for me is the 2-9 Funny Guy versus the 7-4 Child's Play.
That's surprising.
Funny Guy leads the series 5-4 all time, and I tell you, it's not been Funny's year, and I think that continues to go on. I think Child's Play wins it here by 10.
I wanted to say real quick, man. I just think it's just weird that Funny Guy doesn't have that's not 2-9 and not 9-2.
Well, you know, and as you play, as the years go by, every year's not going to be good.
No.
But you're right. He's normally up in there. My next game is the 3-8 Red Zone Warriors versus the 5-6 Refuse to Lose. Refuse still outside shot. I would say Red Zone's probably done and playing for the $60 prize money. I'm going to take Red Zone to win this and put Refuse to Lose out by only 4.
All right, I'm going to go to another question for Javon. All right, so it's Thanksgiving Thursday. We got 3 games. This is kind of a on-the-spot question. And you might not have anybody, but I'm pretty sure you probably do. Who are you looking forward to watch and play most of all on Thanksgiving?
I would say that Detroit and Buffalo game, because Detroit's better than their record, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. I agree with you.
There was a lot of games they lost last year that could have went to them, and I think you can say the same thing with a few games this year. I mean, they just won 3 straight. They're not a slouch, man, and it's just crazy, like a team that plays so hard and comes up short a lot. So I think that's going to be the best game to watch on Thursday.
How about a player? What player are you most looking forward to watching on Thanksgiving from any, one of those 6 teams?
For one of the 6 teams, I mean, what's that third game? Minnesota, New England? They played the night game?
Yeah.
Always looking forward to watch Justin Jefferson play.
Yeah.
Buffalo, always looking forward to, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Dallas and Giants, I'm probably looking, because he's had a resurgent year, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Always look forward to, now that he's been healthy, always looking forward to watch him play, because he's a home run hitter every time he touches the ball. He can definitely take it to the house. So
My next question to you would be, draft day, and you mentioned is you take the quarterback. 90% of the time you take a quarterback in the first round. Can you explain why?
Well, just like I used to do with Aaron Rodgers years ago, his play has kind of declined over the years, with age, you kind of expect that. But at the time, and some people can argue he's still in his prime, but the guy's putting up points every week. And that's what Mahomes consistently does. I mean, granted, there's been a couple weeks this season, and, you lost Tyreek Hill, arguably one of the best receivers in the league, So your production is going to go down a little bit, but that forced him to put 3 or 4 more other guys involved in the game plan. So he's been keeping up with that production, and I can say over the last 4 weeks, it's helped me get over 500, my record. He's been a big part of that. From starting off 1-4 to now 6-5, I can say his play has been a big part of me coming back. So, I mean, that's That's
And
why I do it.
And on the other side, the Bulldogs have them too, and I think that's what's kept them afloat.
I won 2 championships with him. First one was way better than the second one, but he came through when I needed him.
Yeah, I mean,
That first year, it was ridiculous.
yes, very.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some more games.
All right, Ryan. Let's see here. We got the 6-5 Buffalo Tots hanging on by a thread versus the 7-4 Bunkin' Ain't Easy. All-time series tied 5-5. The projections right now favor the Tots. I'm sure that Bunkin probably has a few adjustments to make in his lineup, as well as the Tots. I don't like the fact that the Tots got such a good lead there. That's usually a recipe for the other team winning. I think that the Tots have a running back advantage. I think that Bunkin has a wide receiver and tight end advantage. And I think the Buffalo Tots are going to fight for their life. And I think that the Tots are going to win by 4.
All right, and I have the 6-5 Primetime versus the 8-3 Hot Stars. Looking at this matchup, I think Primetime has the better team this week, as well as matchups. He wins this by 12.
Next up, we have the 7-4 Cooley versus the 0-11 Slam Bammers. This is the worst team that's ever played. For the simple fact that nobody else has ever went 0-11.
What are you going to do here?
They are Cooley is 4-1 all time. He is currently projected. Listen to this, Ryan. He is currently projected to win 130-79.
Judy.
That's not made up. So, how can you not predict somebody to win when they have a basketball score difference there? Well, actually, that's not even a basketball fucking score.
No,
I don't even know what kind of score that is, but almost a 50-point. But that is a 51-point spread. I'm taking Cooley to win by 30.
Is this lineup set?
Yeah, I looked at it. There's players in there. He is in bad shape.
All right. All right. So my last game is
I'm gonna put Jerry Judy in.
okay. My last game is the 6-5 slapping them to sleep versus the 6-5 Fear the Turtle. Game of the week. Shorty, mini shorty game of the week. This is going to be a very close game. Turtles only scored 50-some points last week. I want to say 56.
That was rough.
Yeah. Slapham takes this and wins the series by only 1.
I think the cameraman's getting tired.
You getting tired, little buddy?
No, don't worry about me. Keep going.
I will say that everybody in this division,
That you're in.
yes, even when we haven't been all in the same divisions, I think is 3 of the toughest teams that always tough, along with Funny Guy and usually White Lightning, Black Hammer. It is.
You know, he kind of stays in the middle.
But he's always a tough out.
All the
man.
time.
He's always a tough out.
That'll make him happy. He loves to play in the middle.
Yeah, he's in the middle all the time, every year. And either he makes it by a game or misses it by a game, which is where you want to be at because those are the teams that normally win it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to do the playoff matchups?
I'm not ready for that.
Okay, Ryan's not ready for that. So I'll hold off.
We'll have the playoff matchups, the playoff scenarios, and what is it called?
What? The
And
playoff
that-
break. The playoff breakdown is coming out. I'll just say on my side, there's 6 teams remaining in the playoff hunt. There's 2 teams that are eliminated. I think pretty much everybody on your side is almost in it, right?
Yeah.
Well, he could. I guess he could give his breakdown. That's just
I
on
mean,
your
if you
side.
want to.
That's just on your side.
I mean, literally, this week
because
it's
it could change next
it's
week.
Bulldogs
He
in
can-
first
Yeah, it will
place.
change.
And he can
It
give
will
a different.
change,
He can give a different
Yeah,
thing
it's
next week.
Bulldogs in first place because they had the head-to-head over Cooley. So the first matchup would be the number 1 seed Bulldogs versus Bump, number 4 seed, and then number 2 Cooley versus number 3 Child's Play. Thug and would be the first team in because of the record. Tots are hanging there a game behind the other 4 teams. So that's what I have. I know Ryan is leading by 2 games.
Yeah.
So he's the number 1 seed, and then everybody remaining in that division is tied at 6 and 5, and then the other division above y'all is it's a whole mixture. I think there was a 6 and 5 team, and then everybody else was 5 and 4 or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. That's pretty
So-
much
But everybody else is what 6 and 5.
Which really, I
Yeah.
mean, if those 5 and 6 teams win the next 3, they still have a shot.
That's right. Put in the work. Look
Put
about
in
it.
work. We want to thank Slappin for coming out tonight.
Get yourself a 6-pack of minis and set those lineups.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, and we're out.